Now I want you to meet a young lady. All these beautiful paintings that are behind us are hers, all right? She is so gifted, so talented. Let me tell you a lot about her. First of all, she's 11 years old.
12.
It's 12. I'm sorry.
Turned 12.
She is 12 years old. You don't be wrong about a woman's age. I know you get in trouble doing that. But anyway, you've probably seen her. Maybe you've seen her on Oprah Winfrey. You might have seen her on Good Morning America or Montel Williams. I mean, she's been all over the place because of this remarkable, unbelievable talent that God has given her. Amen. And what we believe, not only with her painting, but with her poetry. She's just a very, very special young lady. She was born into a home where her mother was an atheist from Lithuania. Can you believe that? And she had a vision the Lord gave her, and we'll talk about that. And that vision not only let her come to the Lord at the age of 4, but also, am I getting these things right? I'm right this far, right? But now her whole family's come to the Lord. Isn't that wonderful, church? So we just praise the Lord for that. Amen. So, you ready? Her name is Akiane Kramaric.
Yes.
Kramaric. I've been practicing that all afternoon. I thought I'd get it right. All right. Akiane, I'm so glad you're here. And this is her wonderful father, Mark. And let's welcome both of them to TBN. Would you do it, please? All right. We're delighted you're here. Okay. Now, you got to go back and tell us about this vision. You're 4 years old. Do you remember the vision?
Not quite, but I know that God showed me many visions of paradise and the future events, but I just can't remember the exact first vision.
But you had this vision, all right, without all the details perhaps, but you had this vision, right? Now, tell us about this. What happened to you? Can you tell me about that?
Well, when I was 4, it was just out of the blue. I had a vision. I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was just a dream because I was sleeping that time. And then he gave me a vision of the beautiful paradise, and he showed me these future events that was going to happen. And God told me...
Events like what?
Oh, like what to do tomorrow, like your mom's gonna go do this and this time, this minute, and this second. And
is that right?
It was. I can't remember. I can't.
Yeah, but did you tell your mom about this?
Well, I have to tell you this. God told me not to tell my parents because they're not ready for it yet.
Okay.
But I didn't listen, but I still did, 4-year-old, of course.
Yeah, that's pretty tough, isn't it? Yeah.
So I told my mom and dad, and it was a nighttime. I woke them at 12 o'clock at night, and they said, "Oh, it's just a bad dream." I was like, "No, it's not a bad. It's a good vision, Yeah. And then I told them that this and this time, and you can be there, and I'm sharing with my paradise visions with them, and then when she heard about my future events and she did it, she said, "How did you know? Do you have a time machine or something?" I said, "I don't know. God gave me this future."
You knew it was God?
I knew it was God because even if it was bad, then why is my heart filled with love and with kindness? And I knew it was a special, unbelievable person. It's not even a person. It was I can't explain it.
Did you automatically link it to Jesus?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
And before, we just heard a little glimpse of Christianity, but my mom, she studied all religions, be everything, think of anything. And then Christianity was her last thing on her list. But I think right now
but it became the first thing on your list, right?
Exactly.
Right. That's good. That's good. Now, after that vision, did you immediately start painting? Was that something that happened, or?
Yes, actually, it took a little while. I was thinking and communicating with him, but in a couple months, I started slowly by slowly started drawing. And by that time, a 4-year-old, you think that everyone knows how to draw like me. When I was 4 years old, But when I started getting older, I knew that this is a special gift. That
when did you know? How old were you when you said, "Boy, this is"? Are you, Mark? How old was? I mean, when did you? Maybe you're the. When did you begin to say, "Guys, this is more than just my baby having a nice time with the ink pen"?
I think probably about 5 or 6.
Is that right?
Yeah. About 5 or 6.
When I had my first exhibition.
Oh, you had your first. That would do it. That would do it for me.
No one came to it.
Oh, but no one came to it.
Yeah.
Hey, lots of churches are like that. No, I won't go there. But I'm sorry. But so you have your first, what, do you have it in your home or something?
Well, we had it in Missouri. Missouri, and it was in this gallery. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But
what had you drawn at that time?
I've drawn.
Well, you drew the angel. Didn't you?
The angel.
Yeah.
I've drew many faces, and I've drew my mom and my grandma. And actually, I have a book that's just been published, and all my drawings are in there.
All of them are in there. Isn't that something? Isn't that wild? I love it. Is this the book? My Dream is Bigger Than I?
Yeah, this is actually I painted when I was 8. The first, that was when I was 8 years old, my first self-portrait, my second self-portrait actually. The first one was in pastels when I was 6 years old, so.
Yourself?
I don't like drawing myself, but God told me.
I love it. I think it's great. No, I think it's, I'm amazed at it. I think it's wonderful. I wish I could draw anything. That'd be great. Now, take us through these beautiful pictures back here that are around us, because you told me before the show that the Mary one is your very favorite one.
It is.
And she said it's in her favorite color, which is blue. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm wearing blue too.
Yeah, I know. I can tell looking at you. That's what I said. I said, I can tell. This is your favorite color, right? Now, when did you draw the Mary picture?
Actually, it was my recent ones. I've drawn this when I was 12 years old. Like in a couple weeks ago, I finished it.
You drew that
about a month ago.
A month ago, probably.
About a month,
yeah.
How long did it take you to draw that?
Oh gosh, 200.
Age.
I know you paint. Yeah, let me get this artist lingo down right. How long did it take you to paint that?
200.
Yeah, about 200 hours. Right?
200 hours.
Yes.
Now is that pastels? Is that what that is?
Acrylics.
That's acrylic.
Acrylic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Isn't that beautiful?
Now,
did you, when you sat down, do you sit down and draw it out first with your little pen, or what do you do?
Well, that before I used to do that, but right now I like to go straight on the canvas. I don't know
So you just start painting.
Even if I make mistakes, I learn from my own mistakes. So
can you imagine that? You just start painting.
Start painting.
Okay, which one of the oldest? Which one of these is the oldest one?
The Prince of Peace over here.
Right here.
Yes.
How old were you when you did this?
8 years old.
8 years old.
Yes.
Can you imagine, Terry? 8 years old. So you're 8 years old when you did this, right? That's incredible. Now, did this? Because this is very interesting to me. Did this come to you as a vision?
Yes.
And then you painted it?
Yes, and the vision is blurry type. And God told me, I'm going to send you a person that look like the vision I've given you. And I looked for some models that look exactly like I have.
Like for 2 months?
Oh,
3
yeah.
months?
Actually, for the 2 Jesus paintings, I looked for 2 years since Colorado. But I couldn't find anyone who looked exactly like I had in my vision. But one day I prayed all day, say, God, if you want me to paint like you, then can you bring someone that look at least a little bit like you? But then.
Did you meet this guy?
I met this guy that day, a 7-foot carpenter, around 6 and 7.
6'6",
yeah, but he came through the front door and he was a carpenter, and that really shocked me. And then I was like, "Can you please help me?"
I've been looking for a carpenter, right?
You're the person, And then I said, "Please, can you model for me? You're just the right person." And then. Just a couple weeks later, I started sketching him and what's the best position. And these
so
did
he just come and just sit there and then you sketched him like
yes.
that?
He
You didn't
modeled
take
for
pictures
us.
of him?
Yeah, he modeled for us.
Yeah, we modeled for him. I modeled. He modeled actually.
Yeah, you took the picture, but he modeled, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, when we were trying to brainstorm, then the model, he just out of the blue, he went these 2 positions, and I was like, you are a genius. God must have been in with you.
He really did say you didn't he? That's cool.
So I knew that this was the one.
Now, talk to me about this one over here. I've been trying to figure out exactly who this is. Now, tell me about this.
The Mary?
Is that no, the one on the right?
This is forbidden fruit back in the black.
Okay.
And
so are you seeing that as Eve? Is that what
this
you're
is
seeing
Eve.
Yeah.
But in 4 races to represent Eve, the mother of all mankind.
Right.
And when she bit into the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, the green is good and the red is evil. When she bit in it, she just found the deception bleeding through it. And this is how I envision her. And
in the 4 races. Now talk to me about that. So you see this in her face and her.
Yes.
Yeah, talk us through it.
I don't know how God gave me this vision, but what race, just think of it, it's like in that painting, just, they're so minor, they're so, small.
Minor little
yeah, they're all
distinctives.
blended together. And so I just can't show you which one it is. Because
But you know they're there, right?
I know
Yeah, and
they're
people
there.
can see it. I can see it myself. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
so
wonderful.
I know
Now,
that's-
when did you paint this?
Between 10 and 11, around there. So that took me 3 days to complete. That was
That's a long, that's 3
That's
days.
really short.
Oh, is it short?
It's my shortest actually one.
I was going to say, my goodness, take me 3 days just to put it up on the canvas. But anyway, let me ask. So, what do you, if I may ask, what are you dreaming right now? What is the vision that's in you right now?
Right now, actually, God gave me a vision of painting Mary again, but it's before she had Jesus. It's right now I'm painting her, and the frontal is just a face, and this is how Jesus approached to her the first time, and this is how I envision her. So it's very beautiful.
How old do you see her now?
16, 17, 18, around that.
So when you get a vision, this is very intriguing to me, all right? When you get a vision, it's obvious that you're spending some time with these visions, right?
Oh, yes.
Right?
Oh, yes.
Are these visions, are they progressively developing for you, or did they just come pretty full-blown? Or
Well,
what?
sometimes for the Jesus paintings, it was slowly but slowly became clearer and clearer. And then when I found that particular person, it became full-blown. It became like clear as color can be. But at first, the visions are kind of blurry. And then I knew that I see the form, I see everything, but not clear enough. So I have to find, even if it's a face, I have to find that particular person.
That's cool.
So.
That's cool. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that absolutely wonderful? Yeah, I think that's just wonderful. Let me ask you. We just got a couple of minutes left, but I want to ask you some practical questions about you, all right? Lots of parents watch this show. Literally all over the world tonight, people are watching you, which is kind of neat, isn't it? What would you say to parents who are thinking, gosh, my child is an extraordinary little person here. I don't think I know what to do with this person. I mean, how did your parents help you the most?
They helped me in different ways, actually, and they helped me, even they encouraged me to encourage them, to tell them more about God, and actually they encouraged me they brought me many places. They brought me to museums, and I love art, and I've been just going to galleries almost all my life,
Yeah.
Right now it's a little busy because I'm going to shows.
You're also trying to show your own while you're looking at other people's stuff, right? I understand.
But I just love art, and I think I've been seeing I love animals, and they've brought me to places where there are animals, and I just think that they encouraged me from bringing to places, and that gave me ideas, and I think that's how they encouraged me. And
That's good. Just being your mom and dad and loving
just
you.
being my mom and dad.
That's good. Now you've got brothers and sisters.
Brothers.
Brothers.
We don't know. The one
you
is
got
coming
one on
up.
the way, right?
Yes.
One on
We
the
don't
way.
know
We're
it's
not
a
sure
girl.
what it is, right?
I'm
Maybe
hoping
it's
it's
going to be another girl. You do. Yeah. Now, what do your brothers think about this?
Oh, they're actually right now. They think it's the same old,
Maybe we should get your paintings out of their way or something. Yeah.
At first, they were so amazing to them, and then they say, "Oh, it's just my sister, and we live with her."
Yeah.
It's not like extraordinary, but each new painting that I do, they're amazed and they support me. And
That's cool.
So yeah.
That's wonderful, isn't it? It's wonderful. What do you see? Maybe you aren't even thinking about this right now, which is I hope you aren't. To tell you the truth. I hope you're just enjoying the day. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do you see yourself doing? Have you thought down the road what you?
Actually, God gave me some visions, but I'm going to continue with my art and poetry, and I love traveling. I want to travel all over the world, from Asia, Europe, Africa,
And paint all those places?
Yes, I want to paint some people, some landscapes, and my dream is just to help as much as children as possible, because when I was 4, I didn't know that all these things are happening, like there's poverty and people are dying, and I never knew that, but my mom showed me this National Geographic magazine, and that's when I learned how to read, but
Yeah.
that's when I knew that I needed to some changing.
That the world needs some help, right?
Yes, with God's help.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly right. Well, you are an extraordinary young lady. I
Thank
know
you.
it. I'm just extraordinary. And I bless you. I bless you.
Thank you.
Mark, before I let you go, I mean, you're an extraordinary father to go through all you've gone through on this day. What would you say to parents yourself, I mean, who think they might have this wonderful little super talented child in their midst? What do you tell them to do?
You know, I guess the best way I can say is just try to encourage them, let them lead you. You know, I guess when God calls us to go somewhere, we have that tendency not to go. So I think we should just close our eyes and go. You know, take the chance and just go with it. Because if your children's telling you one thing and saying, you know, why don't we go to here? You know, maybe sit and listen to them for a minute instead of push them to the side. Just sit there and listen to them.
That's good.
And just kind of encourage them.
Well, both of you are very remarkable. And I'd love to meet your whole family. I'd love to meet your brothers and your beautiful wife, I'm sure.
14-year-old is higher than 16-year-old.
Is that?
Taller than my dad.
He's taller than me now.
Oh my gosh, you have to be careful with him, right? Let him do what he wants to do. Well, thank you. We'll be watching you, all right? And be watching for all that the Lord is going to do with you, and come back to TBN many times, all right? Would you do it? All right, okay, well, great.